Which type of tattoo makes you cringe the most? I work with the deceased. I've seen a direct correlation between only God can judge me tattoos and being a victim of gunshot homicide. Juggalo tattoos don't bode well for MVAs. Tasmanian devils go hand in hand with gastric bleeds from chronic alcohol consumption. The clinically depressed seem to like dolphins. Any tattoos of genitals or an anus makes me cringe. A defendant in the courtroom I clerked in during law school had homicide tattooed on his face, over his eyebrow. Not a great look. Memes. The thought that a lot of people have dead memes from 2017 in their arms or legs is kinda funny. Couple tattoos like portraits or names. Mostly when they proudly tell you it's because they've been together for 5 months and just know they stay together forever. Tattoos that are gifts from you to someone else. For example, for your birthday, I got your birth date tattooed on me. And tattoos with spelling errors. Example, were you really there if you think you were there? Knew of a guy once who had dubstep tattooed on his chest in very, very large letters. He also insisted that dubstep was the future of music and was here to stay. I don't know the exact English word, but in German it's called ass antlers. I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to represent, but it kind of looks like you've got a deer tossing your salad inside your pants. Nothing says I've been to prison for cooking meth in my trailer like a Joker neck or face tattoo. Lips on the neck. I get it, you're a gangster with an attitude problem and probably want to fight. I have a tramp stamp that says no regrets in very fancy cursive. It's the only tattoo my dad laughed at rather than cringed. I can judge no one. I once stood in line behind a lady who had like the bad tattoo parade going from the nape of her neck. She had only God can judge me something in Asian characters and an ugly, faded, poorly drawn crucifix. Sayings, especially ones that span multiple limbs areas. I was in the army with a guy from Texas that thought he was hard as woodpecker lips. Had cowboy the fuck up tattooed across his forearms, ostensibly so if he put his fists up to fight you, you would read it in, I don't know, be scared or something. He never got in any fights that I know of. But due to the size he wanted it in shitty planning. One arm said cowboy and the other arm simply read fuck up. And he immediately became known as Cowboy the fuck up. ETA. Dumbass PV2 Waldo gets me my first gold award lol thanks stranger. Bad portraits. Misspellings. NSFW tattoos. Like it's cool that you really love your girlfriend's vagina. Or that you want to showcase the ginormous imaginary dick you have. But the rest of us don't really want to see that. To be fair though, I haven't really seen these much in person. Mostly online. Former tattoo artist here. And it has to be infinity symbols. Especially when they want them to be unique. So they have you spend 3 hours drawing up different ways of cramming little McCaisley and Braxton's names. Birth dates, birth weights, blood types, and favorite ice cream flavors in there. Fine. I'll find a way. I can work for my money. Oh. And can it also have a thin blue line in there for my husband? Sure. Lady. And maybe some birds breaking off of it. 'Cause my Mima loves birds. Sigh hhh. Yeah. Okay. And can you do it on the side of my finger in white ink? Fuck you. Get out. Edit. Bonus points on these if they walk in holding a monogrammed Yeti tumbler full of the alcohol they're trying to smuggle in. Armpit pussies. It's when someone gets 2 women's legs tattooed around their armpit hair. Yes. Just saw a couple of days ago a writing on some dude. Karna isnt a bitch. Just as I wrote it. Those creepy faces of babies. Which look like there's a little demon on your body. That stupid cliche thing that says, life one way and death the other. Ones where the person gets a tattoo of someone using either their real nipple or belly button to replace the tattoo of a person's nipple or belly button. E.g. Buddha with real belly button. Shits f*** King gross. Don't get one. One my sister did for a guy on his arm of a juice carton with a pussy on the side saying pussy juice edit. If I remember correctly, it also had a droplet coming out the end of the straw. Any image that incorporates bodily hair. The people who put words from a language they don't understand cause it's quirky and 99% of the time it isn't proofread so it doesn't say what they think it does. Had a lady come into the store I was working in with a big neck tattoo that said Daddy's Girl. May have been the most shocking one I've ever seen. I was in line behind a guy who had a tattoo on his neck of two obese, naked cartoon women going at it. Tongues hanging out. Flying sweat drops. The works. A misspelled tattoo. Edit. A purposely misspelled tattoo makes sense. I meant ones that were by accident. Thanks for the award. Know a girl who tattooed her firstborn's name as a tramp stamp. Not what I would want someone to be looking at while tagging from behind. Any tattoos like name plus name together forever. Because if that relationship goes down and the two break up, that is gonna be awkward. I saw a kid with the 100 emoji tattooed on his forearm. I don't even have a joke to make about that. Any tattoo with something in Chinese or Japanese written on it. I am learning Japanese cuz why not? And I saw this dude with a tattoo saying sakana. Fish. I was like, hey, what does that mean? And he said poison. He may have typed poisson into Google Translate lol. I'm a tattoo artist. Had a regular come into the shop. He was an older swinger type and my coworker tattooed him. He got Pinocchio tattooed above his junk with his penis as the nose. And script that said, lie to me. I try not to judge tattoos but I figured you'd all appreciate this one underscore. Edit. Obligatory. Wow, this blew up. Edit. Thanks everyone for correcting my shrug. Barbed wire around the arm that doesn't even go all the way because it hurt too bad. Some vague inspirational quote that in all likelihood the tattooee didn't even choose before they went to the tattoo parlor, but rather selected from a pre-chosen list written up by the parlor. Me reading these replies to see if any of my tattoos are on here. Tattoos of brands. It's basically free advertising. At least email them what they would pay you if you advertise for them till you die. The tattoo of a clown holding a gun smoking a joint on my leg. Edit. Thanks for all the love and awards guys. Never thought my horrible tattoo from 9 years ago would blow up like this. The only God can judge me. Tattoo. No. We can all judge you. I hooked up with woman who has a tramp stamp which reads, damaged. The font is fairly terrible so the first time we had sex, I thought it said, demigod, which while arrogant and odd, wasn't enough to stop the arousal of my primitive monkey brain. The next time we had sex and I realized what it actually said. It really took me out of the moment and I never went back. It's hard to avoid people in a small town. But it's gotta be even harder to keep a tattoo like that from becoming quality gossip. IDC what you want tattooed on your body. I do however hate seeing shitty work e.g. poor line work, muddy colors, incoherent shading, disproportionate shaping etc. One time I saw a lower back tattoo that was the Target logo a bullseye and it really solidified for me why those are called tramp stamps. Edit. Thank you to those reminding me that the tattooed cum zone on this gentle lady's back was in fact a bullseye. And not the Target logo. Which is in fact a bullseye. Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes peeing on stuff. Except the one from Hot Rod with one stream of urine going on the TV set and one going on the FM radio with an AM radio safely dry in the middle on a magic carpet. Last name across the back. Like who needs that? I saw a tattoo on some guy's leg yesterday. It was a Confederate flag with Southern by chance. At the top end. White by the grace of God. At the bottom. Names of significant others. People with tattoos are diligently scrolling to see if their tattoo is mentioned. Hyper-realistic porn star facial tattoos. Yes. You read that correctly. This is actually a thing. I just can't imagine getting that permanently put on your body for display. Here are a couple of examples. NSFW. HTTPS. I. Imager. COM 1 LPQY 6 volts. JPG. NSFW. HTTPS. I. Imager. COM VF4HWNM. JPG. This thread made me feel better about myself and my life decisions. Thanks Reddit. TPOs. I was in the supermarket today and saw a man with a full-body Harley Quinn tattoo on his arm. The Margot Robbie movie won. Famous people. I get it that you really are a fan of said famous person, but to permanently ink their face onto yourself is borderline crazy emo. I ran into a guy who had tattoo of a rooster on a noose on his calf. When asked what it represented, he simply said, "I have a cock that hangs below my knee." Swastika. Bad butthole tats. My friend got one of some Viking symbol on his chest. Mind you, he was like fully Filipino with no relation to Scandinavia at all. We all told him it was cringe AF. He passed away a few months later in a cliff jumping accident, and a few of us got tattoos in his honor. I got the same stupid Viking tattoo on my chest now. No regrets though. I feel bad when I see people my age that got those barbed wire tattoos. Literally everyone had them. So they all looked the same. Tramp stamps were pretty bad too. At least the barbed wire did look kind of cool. I've never seen a tramp stamp that I liked. Godsmack son.